Hey, welcome back. I'm very happy today because I recently found something, and that is one of the nicest things that can happen for me to find something, especially something that I have lost in some time. If you are even a tiny bit messy or like losing stuff and forgetting stuff and like this kind of person, I think you will understand me because you are probably losing stuff and finding stuff, and you know this is one of the nicest things that can happen. It's like if you are messy enough, you don't even search for stuff because you know it's pointless, right? I don't search for stuff. If I lose something, if I lose my charger, I sometimes I just say it's not like where's my charger? It's like charger, show yourself. Do you want to show yourself or do you not? Because if you don't, there's nothing really I can do here. Like you give different type of meaning to the objects when you are like this. They have really a soul. They have a will of their own. They come and they go from your life, just like real people do. And there is a certain beauty to it. It's troublesome, it's inconvenient, but it's kind of poetic. I like it. I don't mind it. I mean, even if I didn't like it, to be honest, I wouldn't have a choice, right? You don't have a choice but to like it when you are like this. You accept it. You let go, you accept your faith, and you just wait for things to come and go. If I don't find my charger, I'll get another phone at times. At times it was about the phone. There were so many times in my life that if I lost my charger, I wouldn't get a different charger, I would get a different phone because it was cheaper. Because if you have burner phones, then the charger is the real expense, right? The charger is more expensive than the phone because it's super unique and specific for that burner phone with a, I don't know, triangulated, forky, weird type of adapter. And yes, there was a time in my life that I only, exclusively had burner phones, like a drug dealer, because I would lose them. Because I would lose them, and that's how it works. It's a good rule to live by. I don't remember honestly if I decided to live that way or if it's a habit that I got from my family, from my parents, who just after a while gave up with me losing stuff. But I remember clearly that when I was in high school and some of college as well, I only had burner phones one after the other because the rule was like this. I can afford to buy it if I can afford to lose it. I'm gonna let this sit for a second. It's not like, oh, I want it, I can afford to buy it, and thus I buy it. This is not enough. This is not gonna work for me, it's not gonna cut it. Because, like, okay, say I want this phone, I can afford to buy it. But if I lose it, then no phone. Well, then I can't really afford to buy it. Then, in that case, it's like a running expense, right? It has to be in the monthly budget. Be ready for every scenario. So this is how this happened. This ended up with me with the burner phones. And I remember that my classmates and my friends, and it was an alien concept that they couldn't understand why I'm doing this. It made no sense to them. They would always tell me, but if you put together the price of all of those burner phones that you're using, that you're buying all the time, you could probably have a decent smartphone. You don't get it, do you? You know what? You don't get it, and that's fine. We're different people. We're so different, you and I. We just can never understand each other. You know, you don't understand my burner phones, and I don't understand you panicking every time you lost something, making it everybody else's problem. Just in any scenario, somebody jumps up, is like, oh, I can't find my gloves. Where are they? Have you seen them? Pulling stuff aside, just pushing furniture off the way, running from table to table in the bars, in different, asking strangers, hey stranger, have you seen a pair of gloves? They were red and they were like old and glossy. Like, just looking other people's bags, going like, oh look, he looks a little bit suspicious, let's go check his pockets. Like, this paranoia, this is icky to me. I don't get it. I'm like, oh, I lost my gloves. Did anyone see them? Nobody? Well, I'm gonna get new gloves. That is no problem at all, because my gloves were like free. They were a pass down from a cousin or something, or they were extremely cheap, or they like. I am ready every time I leave my door. I am ready and prepared to lose anything I own. Like, maybe that's the reason why I've never been mugged. People can see it in my eyes. And then I discovered the concept of insurance, which changed my life, of course, for the better. So it's been a long time since I have, but I still have this search and find thing. I still have this lose and find experience and adventures, just with different stuff, with smaller stuff, with sillier stuff, like a hair tie, or the occasional sock. Things that are a little bit more relatable, I suppose. But recently I got this feeling with something that I never thought was possible. Because it was a whole room in my house. I got this feeling with my kitchen. Now, of course, how can I lose my kitchen? It's not like I don't remember what it was. I'm not that stupid. I didn't lose my kitchen. I can't believe that I have to explain this, but I mean, with the introduction I might as well, right? I didn't lose my kitchen. I didn't lose my way to my kitchen. I know how to go there, guys. I don't need any type of digital or human assistance. I can definitely find the kitchen. But you can still lose a room. You don't lose it to your own because you misplaced it, but you lose it to circumstances. This can happen. This happens to a lot of people. You know, like the day I was born, my dad lost his office. How did he lose it? Me. He lost it to me because I got it, because I needed a room. So you lose your office to kids, then kids lose their old bedrooms to Airbnb rooms or to to storage. That's a very common one. You know, to exercise rooms. Maybe now my dad would find again his office now that I'm not in the house anymore, right? So you lose rooms, you find them. This can happen with the rooms as well. And it happened here with the kitchen. And it happened in an interesting way. It happened slowly. It happened sneakily, I would say, because when we moved in the house, the kitchen was the most beautiful room in the house. It was freshly renovated. I remember still the real estate saying this, like whispering, like it's a little dirty secret, like it's renovated, we just finished it now. Like he came himself and renovated it just for us and kept it a secret from the owners. Nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about this renovation. We got even these weird walks and passed the wood to make sure it lasts longer. It's like we finished the renovation. We ended up finishing the renovation for some reason. I don't exactly remember what happened there. I haven't been very close to the kitchen. And that is the thing, that's where is the source of the problem. Since we moved in, I think it's the last time I remember myself actually just being in the kitchen and being like, oh, that's nice. I like it in here. It's a nice room. It's renovated, right? I don't know what happened. It happened slowly, like I said. First, it was, the recycling, right? First, there is one bag, then there's 2 bags, a bit more separation. Then there's 4 bags, more separation. Then there's like 5 bags and like 2 extra little things, and then and then you don't have space for anything else. The next day you can't even reach the table. That's how it happens. And then in my house it's extra complicated because my partner has this thing that he likes to save boxes. Any box, really. Just different boxes from different stuff. Not just his stuff, all stuff. Like my skincare is a good example. He takes the boxes from my skincare, from my creams, and saves them, stores them, in case they need to, spend the night in there or something. I don't know. He stores them until I finish the product, and then he throws them away. I don't know what's the thinking. I don't know if he thinks that I can almost finish a day cream and then be like, you know what, I don't need the rest of it. I'm gonna sip it back or I'm gonna gift it to somebody, the last 2 drops. Or I don't know. I like to imagine sometimes that maybe he waits until they're over and then he puts them back inside the box, like a little casket, and throws them to the garbage and sends them to their final place, their resting house. It got really sad for some reason. I'm not that sad when I finish a product. I don't know how I ended up there. But what I mean to say is we end up with a lot of boxes, right? Because you have, creams and this kind of stuff are small, but you have whole computers, you have electronic stuff. This big ass object with big ass boxes. And what are you gonna do with the boxes? Next to the recycling in the kitchen. And then one day you go to the kitchen and you can't even step. You can do more than one step. You can barely go in, there is enough space to cook, and then to get out, and that's it, right? And I realized this happened slowly, but like all at once also at the same time. But I remember that I would go in the kitchen and feel a little bit claustrophobic. And then I would try to nudge the situation and say, we can maybe, I don't know, do something here, maybe take the recycling a bit more often, maybe, I don't know. And my partner would say a very solid argument, which is, well, what do you mind? Let me have my boxes. You're anyways never in the kitchen. Which is a very good argument, has very good points. I do not have a good counter argument. And yeah, of course, it makes sense. I mean, it is my kitchen, yes, but it's not like I spent a lot of time there. The kitchen is a dangerous place to my eyes. I see it like I see those dark basements of the serial killers that are like different types of tools that can cause harm in different types of ways, and then some plastic to get rid of the parts. Like, I don't see these beautiful idyllic images. Like, I don't understand how the kitchen has been marketed to us, like this cozy, beautiful, relaxing, peaceful place with a granny and mommy just baking beautiful pies, and it's all so pretty and so, like, I don't see it. I just don't see it. All I see is danger. It's high temperatures, flames, hot objects, and knives and weapons. It's a war zone. Literally. There's hot oil. Where else in life, in modern life, you see hot oil, like to a boiling point? This is something you could use for a medieval torture. I don't see it. I don't think you can even have it outside. I don't think you're not allowed to carry hot oil, like even for firearms. You can get a special type of license, I suppose. I don't think there's any document in the universe that can allow you to take hot oil and carry it and get in the subway. Knives, the knives. Knives that are the size of like small pillows. Who uses, what is this? I've had this rule always, look. If I need this knife to cut it, every time I see those huge knives, I just think, if I need it to cut this food, I don't need to eat this food. It's not, I don't want it, you know? If I can't cut it with a butter knife, I just have better options. I'm sorry. The stuff I've seen a flame, that was crazy. I've seen a flamethrower. Flamethrower. This is not even at war. Has there been flamethrowers? I don't know, maybe in the Byzantium. I've seen it in some scriptures probably. But do you even, where are flamethrowers? I've seen flamethrowers in the kitchen. Like for the creme brulee or something. I don't know, what is this? What is this thing now? I have to yield the omelette. It's not enough that I fry it. I have to yield the spaghetti to each other together. What is this, like with a silly mask and the thing? Like, what's next? I have to dig for oil to fry stuff. Got really upset there. I don't like the kitchen. It's very dangerous. So I stay away. I keep a safe distance. And then I let the kitchen fill up with boxes. And it just fills up more and more and more and more. And it becomes like a Jenga thing. It's like a Tetris. You think that all the boxes will find the perfect place and then just disappear. It's just carton everywhere. And then of course, you have stuff you're gonna store from time to time. Like this is a bit of a film house, so we have a lot of rental equipment that comes and goes, extra hard drives, the thing that I'm using right now, that I'm talking to, tripods, like, where does this go? In the kitchen. So we lost the kitchen. I lost the kitchen to a storage facility, which can happen. I know because it happened to me. And it was okay. Like so much, you don't question those things when they happen, and they happen slowly. You don't question them. You take it even as part of your identity. You're like, this is who I am now. I'm somebody who just eats in the living room. I don't see. It's like when you go to the restaurant. You don't see the back of the kitchen. It's so normalized. Do you see? It has to be an open plan. It's a special thing. You don't see the food being made, you don't see the sausage being made, you just don't. It's back there. Like, what's the point? So it's just totally normal, to the point where I don't even know who are those people who eat in their kitchen. Who are the people that actually sit in their kitchen table inside the kitchen? And they cook there, and they eat their little food, and then they put the stuff away, and then they go to the house, back in the rest of the house, and continue their life from where it was before. Like, those people there, they look like aliens to me. I don't know who they are. What do they do with their boxes? Where do they keep them? Where are their boxes? What else do they do? They wear cardigans and they watch the news, the actual news, like on TV networks, and they eat oatmeal for breakfast every morning. So it's crazy stuff, right? So I don't know, and that was my life for years. Sounds a bit dramatic, not that many, for a couple of years, but that was my life. And it all changes so fast. It doesn't take a lot, really. It doesn't take too much. For me, it took this small thing. It's just enough sometimes to be found in the house, alone, without the other person that lives there, without your partner, because then you can see the house and you can clearly see all of those choices that have been made and that you would never make if you were there alone, right? So stuff that made sense yesterday when the person that made the choice was standing right next to the thing. Today, when the person is gone and it's just the thing, suddenly it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. You're like, why is this thing there? I don't understand. When it comes with the person, you understand, like, oh yeah, it's because yeah, of course, but otherwise not. And that's what happened to me with the kitchen, because I was looking at it and I started thinking, wait a second, what, maybe I am this person. Maybe I want to be there. Maybe I want to just, I don't know, sit there and drink coffee and read the newspaper, you know, like in the movies. I don't know who I am. Like, yeah, maybe I am this person. I don't know, because I don't have the option to explore it, because I don't have a kitchen. No more. What if there was a furniture that could contain all of the boxes? I know it sounds crazy. I mean, furniture just for boxes, but stay with me. Furniture is there for your needs. So if you have an unreasonable and insane amount of boxes, how is this not a need for you to store them? Right? So I got a furniture. It's a big box, which is just fitting, right? Just a big box. Straight, like nothing decorative, just like straight wood, boring, dull, brown. Just a big box to have all of the brown boxes inside of it. And I ordered it, and we put it together, and I got in the kitchen and I looked around, and I was like, look at this room. Oh my God, I haven't been there in 2 years. Have you seen this room? Oh my God, it's the room. It's the room that was renovated and that was here, and it was a secret. And we were waxing, and we're like, oh my God, we're gonna keep this fresh forever. And we kept it fresh forever. It was in the box, basically. And now it's back. So this is how I found my kitchen, and this is why I'm, in a little bit of a good mood, because it's small things, right? That's not such a small thing, really. It's a kitchen. It's quite big, but on a mental level. Anyhow, so I hope you find something that you lost this week. That would be of great pleasure. Or also just don't lose stuff, if you can do this, if that's an option for you. For me, it's not. But if it is, hey, good job. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Bye.